Hey, I'm Adam Wylde, and welcome to The Usuals. Today's assignment's pretty special, actually. We get to hang out at the rehearsals for the Next Generation game, and if you don't know what this is, it's the kids taking over. So we're going to get a little behind-the-scenes look, and we're going to find out what exactly happens when the kids take over Scotiabank Arena. Your job here is, how do you explain this if you're at a party and somebody's aunt comes up to you and says, "Oh, and what do you do?" How do you explain it to them in like layman's terms?
Well, so I'm the game director, and I work with a really awesome team. We've got a bunch of us who kind of coordinate everything together. We've got floor directors and producers all over the place. But I guess for me, when it comes to a game, the way I kind of think of it is rather like a conductor to an orchestra where everybody's playing their instrument.
In watching the rehearsals, you guys are going over and over and over these things, there's a lot of elements to something like the intro for the Next Gen game. And I guess, where do you even begin to start with the idea for this?
Last year we did the Next Century game, and so it was all about celebrating the Leafs' birthday, and it was the whole 100 to 001. So kind of turning over to the next generation. We decided to kind of carry it on almost as a tradition of its own with the Next Gen game, and this is more about seeing it through the eyes of the youth. You put like kid goggles on and how they see the world with like Snapchat and emojis and all sorts of crazy. Fortnite, yeah.
So Kevin, you lead the team that does the graphics. This game is pretty special. You got to have a little bit more fun with it.
Yeah.
Where did you come up with the ideas for the Fortnite and the 8-bit and all of that?
Well, the idea kind of stemmed from, because it's the Next Generation game, our afternoon game. It's a game that's more geared towards the kids. We wanted to kind of introduce a different kind of energy to make this particular game stand out.
How long would you say this took?
This one took quite a bit of time. There was a lot of hours that were put into it. It was a lot of like brainstorming to make sure we had the right concept in place, and the right eyes on the project and everything. And I'm trying to put a number to it. It's kind of hard to say.
But it's all blurring together.
It all blurs together. Yeah.
Why is it important to do a Next Gen game? Why is this something that the Leafs are like, we need to have a game where the kids take over?
Well, I think it's just that. I mean, there's so many kid fans that we have, and to get here to a game isn't something that a lot of kids are able to do. It's late at night, and they got school the next day. But we've got all these kid fans, and we've got an exciting young team to be watching. And I think it's just a cool way to not only change it up, but to make them feel like they're actually in control, like they're taking over for sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Scotiabank Arena and the Leafs 2018-19 season. Today's game is between the Minnesota Wild and your Toronto Maple Leafs.
Allery, you are doing the announcements today, and first of all, I got to tell you, wow, you're really great at this. Did you get a lot of practice in?
Yeah, I mean, we showed up and we ran through the script about like 5 times, yeah. And
how does it feel when your voice is amplified throughout an arena that seats like 18,000 people?
It's crazy. I mean, when you see people reacting in real time, it's just amazing.
Is this something that you think maybe, when you're a little bit older, you might want to get into?
Probably, yeah. It's a lot of fun.
All right, so this is Sydney, who is a ref at the Next Gen game. Sydney, what was it for you like when you stepped out there? Did you kind of think like, wow, one day I want to do this again and again and again?
Yes, actually, maybe even more than again and again.
Do you think that you can be a completely unbiased official while reffing this game?
Maybe.
You're not maybe a Leafs fan on the sly?
I'm a Leafs fan.
Yeah, of course. See, there you go. So as you can see, the Next Gen game is a collective Leafs Nation effort. From the people that gave up their season seats for the kids to come to the game, to the editors who threw together the projections, and that takes weeks to do, and also the kids themselves who had to show up and put on their own skates. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Adam Wylde, and this is The Usuals.